Test, test. Did I fucking turn it on? I think I did. Yes, it is. Cool, cool. Okay. Ugh. All right. So, this is going to be the second take. Because for the first take, I forgot like half the shit. Because there's just too much fucking things going on. But, yeah. Basically, really happy with this week. It was very focused. I think we put in like 80 to 90 hours. I don't count. I just, if I'm not eating or doing chores or working out or sleeping, I'm most likely going to work. um, and yeah, my roommates think I'm crazy, but that's fine. No one's opinion matters besides your own. Yeah, okay. So basically, couple mindset things that I did, which actually were really helpful. So, well, one, I my lock screen is now my 12-year plan, so I know exactly what I'm gonna do till 2035, which is me being 33 years old. So that's fun. And then there's revenue benchmarks for every phase as well. So every time I decide to look at my phone, I get reminded about that. And then also here we have at my desk what my life would look like by 2025 once I get to the 100K per month mark. Will probably not be living in a shit town that I am now, which is Port St. Lucie. Not a huge fan. There's not much stuff going on here, but yeah. So those two things have actually been very helpful. And then I was like, what else can I do that like kind of helps me remind myself of like where I need to go. And basically I also kind of am committing to documenting on a daily basis what I'm doing in a WhatsApp group that I have with my family. So it's me, my brother, and my dad. We're all kind of working on our own thing. And I talked to them and I said, hey, let's make this a commitment of posting our wins or struggles, anything, just whatever we're working on, let's post it there. So yeah, those three things keep me pretty motivated throughout the day, which is nice. So that's kind of the mindset stuff. And then I've been networking more, and it kind of like happened organically. Like I just follow up with a guy who was like an old lead, which ended up turning into a friend. He does Google ads, and he also had like his personal, like an e-commerce brand that he was starting. He decided that he's going to sell that, but I still connected with him. We did a quick Google Meets, and he actually ended up helping me a lot with just like understanding the Google Ads platform. He showed me some things that I could adjust to optimize my current clients' Google Ads campaign. So that was a really fun meeting. And right now, me and him, chat back and forth once in a while. So that was cool. Another guy that I talked to today actually is from the group that I joined for the growth partner plan. And we kind of went back and forth regarding the industries that we're pursuing, which are somewhat similar. He also wants to work with creators slash coaches that have info products that they're offering. And he actually gave me a couple ideas here, which I'll go through. But I think the the story there is try to network at least a little bit. Obviously, whatever you have going on, you probably feel like you're busy. But I think those meetings with like-minded people, especially ones that are driven but also are in different fields or have different areas of expertise, those are like gold mines, because then those turn into ideas, those turn into referrals and even partnerships. One of the things that I know that I want to kind of go towards eventually is finding a partner that is more geared towards the sales side, right? Because I'm more of a marketer. If I find myself a really great sales partner and go 50-50, I think we could achieve a lot of great things with that. Because the big issue that I have in my business plan now is the biggest bottleneck that have very little control over is their sales process. So what happens after we get leads, qualified leads into their inbox? What happens after that part, right? Do they have a good SDR? Do they have a good closer? If they don't, then I'm fucked, and the partnership will probably not work. So, anyways, so yeah, I did that, and then basically, who I found through doing this is Jeremy Moser, a very like not well known guy, surprisingly, but he is, to me, he's pretty impressive. He does by now like 300 to 400K per month with info products just using Instagram funnels. So, I was doing a lot of research into him because to me that was like very awestruck, like like inspiring, because like, what, just one channel, so you don't need to like like be everywhere at the same time, which I guess my mindset was more of my mindset earlier. Like I was thinking, okay, how do we break into every channel we can, and try to repurpose content and optimize everything and grow everywhere, and do everything. But he's like, no, focused angle. We're gonna grow your Instagram audience and monetize it. Period. That was it. So this guy, one of his biggest clients, is paying him 80K per month. So yeah, obviously this guy knows something, and he basically said his goal is to basically work with like 8 to 12 clients and get them to $1 million a month, and he's charging like a 10% rev share, so that gets him to $1 million a month. One question I have for my group though is, how does the rev share work? Because like, let's say you come in and they're already having like 200K per month in sales. They say like to position as added revenue, so whatever they add on top of that. But what if they say like, hey, we are actually growing at this rate, so we were gonna be at 250K per month with or without you, right? So yeah, that's just like a conversation I need to have with my coach. But yeah, so anyways, what I'm doing with this guy is obviously I want to talk to him if possible. I don't think he wants to do that. I told him, hey, what if I get you on some podcasts? Like, would that be valuable to you? Let's see if he responds, but most likely not, which is fine, because I have went through his kind of marketing systems, and I know a couple of his clients that he's working with, and I'm going through their funnels to see exactly the setup that he's done, which again, I could reverse engineer it and like basically build it out myself, like majority of it. But yeah, it's just very creative the way he's running things. Like just a couple of things to mention. He's running Facebook ads where the conversion objective is not sales, it's actually Instagram profile visits, or it's like a lead form towards the Facebook group, or it's message me now for like a Instagram DM kind of lead. So they're a little more higher level objectives. So I'm guessing he gets a lot more conversions obviously through there, and the algorithm is optimizing more. I've kind of went back and forth on doing higher level conversions, because higher level funnel conversions, because it's also very hard to confirm and keep the lead quality high. Like for my current client, I've tried like a whole like quiz funnel, and it actually didn't work. Like the leads were not good, and that's like a project that I kind of left to the side for now, because I just wasn't able to get any success out of it. So yeah, obviously a couple risks there for sure, but basically what I'm doing right now is two main outbound outreach methods. I have the interview method with like prospects that I'm personally semi interested in, right? If I would need to like qualify them and confirm that they have all their ducks in a row before I were to give them a proposal. So them I'm putting into instantly, where it's more of like automated campaigns, not much, like not that much personalization. We're still like kind of positioning as like, hey, this is for the real estate education niche, but not any like individual personalization. So I'm putting those people in there, and then we have some tests running on different variations of the outreach, of like the ask, etc., and of the follow-ups as well. And then the other side of it is going to be the Dream 100 campaign, which is basically, you know, begging, not begging, but like putting a lot of thought and effort into the 100 clients that are your dream clients. So one of them for me is Sam Faster Freedom. He's a pretty big guy. He has like 500K followers. It looks like he's just recently, or maybe I didn't see, but he has a funnel right now, which is very like convoluted and I would call it messy. And he only has one ad running. So what I'm gonna do, like as an example of what I would do in the Dream 100 campaign, is I'm gonna go through his whole funnel, map it out on Figma, and then basically give him like, you know, advice on all the different parts that I would either optimize or test. Like some easy wins for him is just literally test more creatives. He only has one right now. So I mean, unless that was intentional, if he's like testing specific like parts of the rest of his funnel and trying to keep one thing constant, that does not make sense to me. And then also I don't see as much testimonials or case studies in his like in the rest of his funnel. And again, it's also very like too much things going on in my opinion. It's like, oh, get this, oh, and also get that. Okay, like yeah, but gonna be working on that. And then I'm also posting. I'm like, well, I just started like yesterday. I was like, we're in Black Friday season right now, and I was like, yeah, here's some quick things you could do in an hour to, to upgrade your campaigns last minute. I don't remember exactly what it was, but they were good tips. But yeah, no engagement. But that's fine, because what's important is that I build up like several like high value posts. And then when I do outreaches and people do research on me, they go in and they read those and they're like, hey, this guy actually knows what he's doing. And actually, that's actually what the interesting thing that Jeremy Moser talks about is that you don't need like to have he has a really interesting take, because it's kind of goes against like what a lot of people say. He's saying that you don't necessarily need to have like insane amounts of content and, you know, even like high engagement or views on that content. You just need like the core like 10, 12 posts that prove that you have market authority and credibility in whatever it is that you want to teach and sell. And that way, you know, when you're driving traffic to the, in his case, the Instagram page, people do their research and they are basically, that's how they warm up. And then, you know, when it comes to closing the sale, it's easy. So yeah, so doing that. And so basically the offer that I'm giving to clients, which again is very dynamic and it'll probably change on a case-to-case basis, but after this week of stuff, here's where we're at. So the phase one is going to be market research / case study. So, you know, having a lot of conversations with the client's customers and understanding exactly what pain points are being solved and what the dream outcomes are that they're trying to achieve. And then that easily ties into, you know, gathering case studies with their top performing students / clients. And then the next one will be building an Instagram funnel. Well, I guess testing an Instagram funnel, because, you know, if we look at it, there's several variables that go into Instagram. And before I go into that, the reason we're picking Instagram is because I have the most experience with Facebook ads out of any other ad platform, and the platform is actually very sophisticated compared to like, you know, TikTok or X, which would be like my second platforms that I would go after. YouTube is good, but I'm a little iffy because it takes more time to optimize and for the algorithm to learn. I think it's still on the table, but as a start, I'll probably do Instagram. So That's phase two, the Instagram funnel testing. So we're testing ads, we're testing the call to action. Like, do we want to send them to the Facebook group? If you have a big Facebook group, yes, that makes sense. Do we want to make them join an email list? Do we want them to make us DM? Do we want to reach out to them ourselves? So, there's or do we want them to just put them through like that conventional webinar funnel flow, which again most people use. So that's things we would figure out there through testing, like on a asynchronous basis. So like one week we might do one method, another week we do another method, and then just kind of see where it goes. Or we could also see if we could split test it synchronously. I think that would actually work better. So anyways, that's phase two. Phase three is scaling. So once we find the method that works well, we have a high conversion rate, then we scale that. And phase four is starting to build out other funnels with other platforms. So once Instagram is all like set up, it's cranking, you're getting a constant engine of sales, then we go to the next biggest platform opportunity, which would either be X, it could be YouTube, it could be TikTok, probably not, maybe Facebook, we'll see. But basically working one platform at a time. And yeah, so that's kind of the whole idea there. And then just big vision stuff. All I need is one good client with a great offer and proof of concept. So, that kind of like eases my mind and simplifies things. That yes, like it might seem a bit like it is hard, it's going to be hard, but all I'm looking for is one outcome, one like outcome to get to, the next level. And the way I do that is through focusing on the growth plan. So what is the actual like, method, or what is the actual system that I'm selling, and also the fulfillment of it. That's all. So that is what I will be working on.